Orlando, and here get it started. Jay, good afternoon. How are you today, pal? What's going on?
Hey, how's it going, Chris?
Fine, Jay. Thank you, buddy. What's happening now? Let me hear.
I want to give kudos to you, man, for honoring your former partner. That's pretty good, man. A couple of guys start out and split, and you end up with Sirius satellite radio. I'm not from your part of the country. I discovered you over there at the New Jersey port. I got stuck on a load over there, and I trying to find some local radio, and I turn the radio on. I hear this guy with a quirky voice, and I said, "Who is this guy?" They said, "That's Chris Russo." I'm like, I didn't get the pleasure of you and Mike, and I said, well, he's pretty good, he talks fast, he gets it out there, a lot of info, I kind of equate you guys like pro athletes. They go through their season, their time, retirement, if you will. It's hard to, feel the sadness. But from a spectator, I drive a truck. These guys are like celebrities. You and Mike are like celebrities. Mad Dog, you're worth $20 million. How in the world can you be sad?
No, I'm just sad because it's kind of the end of an era, in a lot of ways. It's the end of an era. That station, the way they do sports talk, my old partner, it's kind of, and I spent a lot of time with Mike in the last year and a half. Remember that, Radio City. I did the town hall here, the 30 for 30, we did a ton. The Super Bowl, we did a lot the last year or so. So, it's, to me, it's sad. It's sad. That money's got nothing to do with it. Kenny, listen, you think I ever thought that I'd have this success, working my first job in Jacksonville, Florida? Well, and this is not about me. I don't want to make it about me. It really isn't. But do you think I had that success? Do you think I thought about money when I was making $120 a week in Jacksonville, Florida back in 1983? Doing sports talk with the kids, with the owner's son, Mike Hayes. 4 to 6, 5, whatever it was. I think it was 6 to 8. 6 to 8, Monday through Friday, and then on Saturday mornings for 3 hours. You think selling spots for $8 a spot, 30-second commercials, $8 a spot, 1983. I did it because I love it. And Mike too. Here's Tom in Long Island, New York. Tommy, good afternoon. How are you today, pal? What do you have?
What's up, man, dog? How you doing?
All right, Tom. Nice to talk to you. What's going on today? What do you have for?
All right, I'm driving home from New York City. I'm bouncing back between Sirius Radio and WFAN, and both you and Mike keep talking about your texting each other from yesterday.
Oh, Mike said the same thing?
2 seconds after you said it.
No, what did he say? Tell me.
Well, it's the same text that you said. Is there any way that you guys can come back for the Super Bowl with the marquee and Mike?
No, we haven't discussed that. I think Mike wants a break, to be honest with you. I've said that all along. I think Mike wants a break. I think he want his opinion about the Super Bowl on there somewhere. He'll find a platform. I just don't think Mike right now wants to get involved in doing daily sports talk, even part-time. I just don't sense it at the moment. Bob in Philly. Thank you, Tommy. Bob, good afternoon. How are you today, pal?
Good afternoon, Chris. Hey, a couple things about you and Mike. Number one, you hit on, now I'm 49, Chris. I've been listening to you you and Mike and you now for a long time. The two things I loved is you hit the nail on the head. It's always about the fan. And I know there are other shows that have been successful that can talk for 4 hours and don't take phone calls. That drives me nuts. I think also the thing that you guys do very well is a lot of shows actually think that we care about their personal opinions on things. I know Mike was a very private guy. I'll give you an example, Chris. I didn't watch The Sopranos. You guys made it interesting. You got me into it. I never watched it, and you guys would talk. That was the only thing you guys ever talked about that was kind of like sports with that and history, which I happen to love as well. But you guys got me into it. You guys made it interesting. You made the callers feel involved. And one thing that you and I'll be honest, Chris, it's sad because I'll be honest with you, I know there's other guys out there and individuals, but I'm not just saying it. You're it. You are all that is left. I'm in Philly. I obviously listened to the stations the last couple of weeks because of the Wentz injury. But you and I think Steve Steve's doing a better job despite what people are saying.
I agree. Steve's done a hell of a job. It's a tough job he's got.
He's kind of like an old school guy.
Yes, he is.
And it's just like, I'll be honest with you, some of your callers that have been listening to you longer than I have, since you've been on XM, you know, some individuals, the younger crowd, likes hearing that stuff, but the problem is, then when a serious topic comes up about sports, I really can't take that individual doing the show seriously because they've been goofing off for 3 weeks because whether it's slow time in sports or, you know, that's what the younger generation of this next generation of radio listeners like. I just want you to get the sport. You and Mike always, and yourself, Chris, you may not get all the stuff, but, you know, you can have a conversation about anything, and that's the most important thing. It's not, you know, for a New York station, you guys had to appeal to the New York sports fan, but I'm in Philly, and I was listening to you guys more, whether it was something national or Yankees playoffs or, you know, Jets or Knicks playoffs or whatever. You guys made not just the New Yorker feel welcome in on the conversation, but all those that are listening.
Well, listen,
for those teams.
I'll say, one thing I will say, and I didn't understand, I read a quote today from an executive who made the comment about, you know, the new era of sports talk, that somehow we have to connect with the X generation sports fan. Now, hold on now. If that's the case, what am I going to do? Talk about half pikes with, what's the kid's name who's with the Olympics? What's his name? Sean White? What are you, crazy? You got to connect with that. I'm going to connect with a guy who he can call about sports, but I'm not breaking down how a guy rides how he rides the scooter. What's it called? The little scooter. I can't get into that. Or I'm going to break down, you know, MMA stuff. I mean, I'll give you a little Conor McGregor. I thought I actually did a decent job with Conor McGregor and Mayweather, but I'm not going there. The day I got to go there every day is the day I got to leave. And I still don't believe that is where you go to do good sports talk in a big town. You're not going to convince me that the 22-year-old doesn't care about the Yankees and the Mets, and in New York's case, the Rangers in the playoff scenario, or the Knicks, or the football giants or the Jets, and he's more wrapped up in, you know, what's going on in MMA. You're not going to convince me of that. And you're not going to convince me of that on a national level either. And the day that I got to go there, that says, Chris, you know what? I don't know if people really care about the Seattle Mariner rotation, or whether, you know, Alan Trammell should be in the Hall of Fame. Well, the day that I'm not allowed to do that is the day I got to leave. Because that's what I want to do. I'm a sports fan. And too many people, I think, making the decisions today are not. One last one before the update. Cameron is in Massachusetts. He's aboard. He's on Mad Dog Unleashed. Cam, good afternoon. How are you today, pal?
Fine, Dog. How you doing today? I'm a 51-year-old guy. I've been listening to you and Mike since day one. This is a sad day in radio sports history. There are very good talk radio shows, but you guys are number one, the best, bar none. Best moment I think I ever heard you guys, Game 7, Rangers winning the Stanley Cup. This is a sad day, dog. I'm with you on it. I don't ever talk MMA, don't ever talk that other stuff. I love Sean White, but that's not what you are. You are a sports talk radio host. You're an outstanding human being, a great individual. Keep up the good work. God bless you. Merry Christmas. Thank you, dog.
All right, let's not. Again, Mike's retiring, not me. Keep that in mind. Hopefully I'll be here for a little while. 3:30 Sports Fight. Hey, you know what? Give this kid credit. Jacob Wilkins here. I was down in Orlando, and here's a 29-year-old kid who is bounced around doing some rookie league and independent league baseball games as a play-by-play guy. And he spent his own dime, all right, to go to Orlando, Florida, to stay in a Fleabag $50 a night hotel, took an Uber to that Dolphin Hotel, and Eddie Erickson and I saw him walking those hallways, where there's a million of them doing it, trying to get himself a job as a play-by-play guy. And that is a heck. I did that once in 1982, and I was successful. That's what you have to do. Jacob, congratulations.
Thanks, Doc.
That is a tremendous job on your part. I was with the glasses, he had a suit on. I mean, he took it. That is the way you do it.
Yeah, you gotta be in it to win it.
Good for you.
Thank you, Doc.
You deserve that. He's got a sports fight. I can't do the sports fights. Hopefully he's a better play-by-play guy. He's got a sports fight. Yeah, Mad Dog Unleashed.
Mad Dog Sports Radio. Sports Fight.